Hello and welcome everyone to my Total War Attila benchmark video for the XMG P505 gaming laptop that XMG have very kindly provided me along with a sponsorship. If you want to know more about that and more about the laptop itself, have a look at the links in the description. The spec of the P505 are up on screen. Obviously you can customize that if you do get one. A link to their website using my affiliate code can be found in the description, along with a discount code too. Anyway, on Total War Attila, I'm using, first of all, to benchmark, a custom set of settings. These are very similar to the settings that I run on my desktop PC with a GTX 980 in. So this is kind of showing the strength of the GTX 970M. So as you can see, got pretty much everything up at max quality, bar shadows. I've set that down to performance. Shadows I always find with the Total War series to be a very big resource hog. So we're going to jump on in and see how the FPS is on these settings. These kind of be as high as I would want to push the game with this laptop, or as far as I'd want to push this laptop with Attila's settings rather. So an average FPS of 31 there, dipping down to 24. We're now just going to go and jump on into the campaign map, because I often feel that while the benchmark is at least consistent for looking at different specifications, it doesn't always accurately reflect kind of real game performance, and obviously it won't show you the campaign map performance. You can expect in most battles to see about 10 to 20 FPS more than in the benchmark I've found. Obviously that benchmark is heavily scripted and focused within that siege environment. But obviously you can always tweak settings to get the best compromise between quality and performance.
You represent the last bastion of Pictish culture in Britannia. The Romans, masters of so much of the island, sought to cage you like dogs in the frozen north, but in so doing have sowed the seeds of their own downfall. The years of isolation and hardship have made your people savage. Now they strain at the leash in their eagerness to feast on the dying empire beyond Hadrian's wall. The Ebdanians across the water share your fervor and should flock to your banner. The neighboring Caledonians, however, broken by years of war, may require galvanizing into action. United, you can descend upon the south in a storm of fire and slaughter.
So as you can see, we're kind of shifting around the 50 FPS mark. Obviously if we zoom right up, nearly 60 FPS. Going over into mainland Europe, obviously we don't have the fog of war is there, so there would be more detail which would lower FPS. Zooming right on down into kind of the details, selecting an army, 40 FPS, still perfectly playable, and again those are with those same settings that we just benchmarked with, so these are all very high settings, and the game will look very nice at this set of graphical settings. So to give a kind of fair representation of what this laptop can do at both ends of scales, we've seen it at kind of some of the maximum settings we can push it to. We're now going to lower things down and just see, you know, if you want to go for sheer performance, like high FPS, we'll see what we can do with that. I just jumped in to take a look at max quality settings here, but we're going to drop things down to the performance preset. And then if you want to pause briefly the video now, you can see everything is set to performance or on that performance preset. Going to load up the benchmark and see what the FPS comes out here. If we could push slightly higher than obviously 31 that we achieved before. So, into the benchmark. So there we have it, 49.1 FPS on the performance preset. I hope you've enjoyed this benchmark with the XMG P505. Feel free to have a look in the description at all the other benchmarks, all the other videos that I've made with the XMG P505. You can find out about the sponsorship that I have with XMG. You can see the unboxing, you can see a full feature video looking at all the various ports and options that you can customize the laptop with. And if you feel like checking one out or even purchasing one, feel free to have a look in the description and use my affiliate link and discount code for £30 off. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the other benchmarks. Ciao for now.